Over the next few decades, the education system in Australia will be highly influenced by artificial intelligence tools and models, which will change the way people think about the way the education. The presentation will envision what education paradigm in the 2035 to 45 will be like in Australia. Scenario will be drawn to help people foresee how technology with higher education will not only enable students obtain a degree, but also to a highly employer for company. We from Team 6 with a key name Back from the Future. There are 5 future travelers in our team. Mustafa, Database Admin, Tyson Ngo, Tech Guru, Chantel Chan, Market Research, Ria and Nikki, Coordinator. In this presentation, we will talk about 3 main content. First, we will talk about what happened with the higher education in Australia in next 20 years. 2. Second-year discussion. 3. Impact of the technology in higher education working theory.
The report showed that Australian jobs are changing at a rapid rate, with machines taking on new tasks that were once done by humans. Considering the future needs of employers, education providers must embrace the new approach to fulfill the need in the future. Looking at Australia 2045, there will be a need for flexible and short-term courses. Technology will be the driving factor for the future. Employers will look for motivated associates with some of the following skills in their associates, like leadership, good communication skills, edge. Over the next 2 decades, many Australians will need to learn new skills. Australians will need to reskill as they change jobs 2.4 times by 2040. Today, the education sector is not ready to cater and serve large crowd to make them future-proof. Australian universities are known for one of the best places in the world to get a quality education, and they are aware of the changing scenarios in learning modules and education system. Many universities have implemented innovative methods and aligned current practices with potential criteria. Universities have begun to offer short-term training to hold job seekers at the same pace that workers are aiming for. In recent years, short-term courses such as digital marketing, virtual reality, 3D printing, and so on have begun. Figure point 1 reveals that 87% of Australians shift their job multiple times. New approach. In order to fulfill the market demand, short courses will help to gain the skills needed for suitable jobs and irrespective of age at a certain point in their career. Australians at the age 21 need to spend more time on uplifting their skill set. Figure 2 shows numbers on skills acquisition with age. Various flexible learning opportunities will be given to students. In Australia, Deakin University, using an incipient form of artificial intelligence, IBM's supercomputer Watson. Massive online open courses will be the game changers in the coming time. In professions, many job profiles have changed over time. The left graph describes how the job profile in different professions is changing. The gap between the demands placed on education in Australia and the resources allocated to it by the government has increased dramatically in recent years. The role of the government is critical in establishing a framework for the provision of quality and expertise to staff. The government will also draw up a blueprint for ensuring public funding and enhance the development of skills. Community leaders and government officials should own the initiative to drive awareness campaigns to let the community know the importance of uplifting human skill set in today's competitive world. During a pandemic, higher education has forecasted a decline in enrollments. The statistics mentioned in Figure 1 suggest otherwise. There has been an increase in international students enrolling. It means more students accept to study online. Maybe it will be new trend for overseas students in next 20 years, or just temporarily.
As the technology is changing, so is the method of teaching in higher education. There is a shift from learning in class to learning and teaching online today due to the major crisis. The Education Department will adapt MOOCs, which is massive open online courses where students from all over the world can attend their class without any constraints. Education providers will be more online-based in solving the students' queries and future concerns, while the industry is to be divided into two divisions. A limited number of colleges will provide conventional residential schooling to affluent or gifted individuals who will benefit from the program both individually and professionally. In 2035, along with most of the class running online, many education fields like science and engineering will have more closer study with the help of augmented reality and virtual reality. For instance, HoloLens has created a strong and innovative way for teachers to express core ideas in the classroom. It has even helped teachers a way to address some of the teaching difficulties. This HoloLens is mainly used in areas where teachers are unable to give a real idea. Other technologies that will be used over 2 decades are SAND and RD classrooms in Australia. A classroom will adapt quick learning to students in the future and develop more skill sets. The MPA range includes robotics, digital technologies, art and craft, mathematics, literacy resources, developmental products, school consumables, STEAM, classroom stationery, science equipment, STEM, sporting gear, school furniture, books, play and educational toys.
As per the working theory, 4 prominent factors will play a critical role in determining the future of the Australian higher education sector. Over the next 2 decades, so many Australians will need to learn new skills, hence upgrading skill set. Support from government and micro-credentials as per the job need will be categorically important. Revolutionize one-to-one teaching, learning space and online education will be a key contributor in the future of the education. Technology will act as a catalyst in achieving optimal interpersonal connect between student and teacher. Artificial intelligence will have lion's share and cannot be ignored. Future education providers, where universities will embrace various teaching platforms like virtual reality, 2D, 3D modeling, HoloLens, and various cognitive learning platforms. Massive online open courses, MOOC, will be the game changers in the coming time. Australia will be undoubtedly an international destination for higher education with the help of government relation with international markets, especially growing economies, as Australia is the amongst top technology-boomed economies, which will open ample opportunities in higher education.
In a nutshell, technology would fundamentally transform the vision of the higher education field, with the vision of shift to more personalized learning experience. Prospective teachers should be qualified to call data collector, and as well as analyst, engineer, problem solver, and researcher in 2035. Looking at the potential of educational scenario in Australia, student involvement and engagement in the area of learning will increase dramatically, and Australia could be among the top providers of education as contrast to non-nation.